backing track to Eric Clapton's version of "Have You Ever Loved a Woman?" I think I could probably say yes to that one. Hello, everybody. How you all doing out there? Who's with me today? I think I've seen messages so far from Dale Bullimore. Hello, Dale. Nick, Sheila, the Kitchers. Just turn this down a bit. Craig. Hello, Craig. Hello. Is that Al? Do I like banana milkshakes? Not sure what that's about, but yes, I suppose so. No more or less than any other type of milkshakes. So yes, how we're all doing out there. Hope we're doing well. Hope we're not too bored by this whole lockdown thing. We may soon be out of it. Who knows? Who knows? But we'll find out at some point. Hopefully, very soon. And I might be able to go out and gig again. So hello, welcome everybody to episode 23, I believe. 23 of the my lockdown hobby, which is showing off my 42 guitars of Doom. 42 of... I don't have slightly more than 42 guitars, but some of them are a bit boring and you don't really want to see those. So I picked out 42 of the best guitars that I have, so you can have a look at them. Anyway, we're on to 22. First over 22, thought I'd go for some Gibson action. I only have 3 Les Paul type guitars, as in 3 Les Paul shaped guitars. One of those isn't even a Gibson, and that's the one behind. Yes, there it is. So that one over there, that my gold top Tokai with P90s. So that's not actually a Gibson. And well, I've already gone through that one. I've actually already gone through the other one as well, which is a Gibson Les Paul Deluxe with a rooted body and humbuckers. And this is the last of the Les Pauls that I own, and they're all gold tops. I have a thing for gold tops. I do really like gold tops. So I not that I'd turn any other coloured Les Paul down if someone gave me one. Not in the habit of turning down guitars, but this is my Gibson Les Paul Deluxe, pretty much unmolested by me. Actually, another one that Sheila said to me, have I got any unmolested guitars? And this is one of them that I haven't mucked about with too much, I think. I'm trying to think if I've actually done anything other than change the strings, move the pickups about a little bit. I haven't done anything to it, to be honest, since my good friend Sam Atkins sold it to me a way back. I can't remember whether I bought it or whether... Oh, yes, no, I did buy it. Or I didn't swap this one for anything. I actually sold a 73 Telecaster and bought this one in place of that one. So that's where I managed to get the funds to get hold of this thing, which is quite an expensive one. This is a 69 Les Paul Deluxe. It's... What can I say about this one? You might see from the photographs on my Facebook page, but it's got some incredibly nice checking. You might not be able to see that from there. If you look at that on the body, it's got some really nice cracking, checking, gone a bit green here and there, and I think it looks really, really cool. You probably see that better than there. Can you see that? Look at all that. That's beautiful. Beautiful checking. Can't beat a nice bit of crack in your guitar, I should add. So yeah, that's sort of, if you like, the crowning glory of this particular guitar. It's got some beautiful crazing of the finish. It's, as I say, it's quite an old guitar, it's from 1969. So there's a few sort of obvious bits of wear here and there. It's not terrible, surely, but it's certainly been used. The old Deluxes have a few sort of things that people tend to sort of... I think this is what they call a Norlin era Gibson. So there's a few things like they cut corners in making these things. So looking at this, you can see that there's actually a strip down the middle of the body. It's actually two lumps of mahogany with a maple little sandwich in the middle of it. So in other words, they could, instead of having to buy big old bits of mahogany that were that thick, they could use thinner bits of mahogany and just glue them together. So it was sort of another cost-cutting part of that happened during the late 60s, 70s, like when Fender was owned by CBS and Gibson was owned by Norlin. So you end up with this little maple sandwich. My other Deluxe has this as well. So you end up with this little little strip down the middle. So it's basically like mahogany, then a maple bit, and then another mahogany bit, and then a little maple top, I believe. On these, even the gold tops all had maple tops as well. What else? Oh, this one's a bit weird. It's got plastic saddles. If you can see that on here, I'll get that right up close. You can probably see on that video there that you can see they're nylon saddles. So although you don't break a great deal of strings, it sort of has a tendency to make the guitar sound less bright, which is actually which is okay for me. And this one as well has got mini humbuckers, which is always a nice thing for me. I have another Gibson, an old Gibson SG with mini humbuckers that I showed off a few weeks ago. It's a 73 Special, I believe, and so that had the one with the black mini buckers, and they sound really quite nice and bright in comparison to normal humbuckers. And if I just stick this on, you can probably hear, I'll put it on a clean sound so you can hear that in comparison to a normal Les Paul, it's actually pretty bright. Let's turn that slap back echo off. So pretty bright sound for a Les Paul. So that's an example of how bright that is. I mean, even the bridge pickup is pretty bright too. I mean, that could pass for a Telecaster, really. Certainly, if you sort of got it to sound a bit more like one. Let's turn that bridge pickup up a bit. So yeah, sounds pretty bright. So that's why I like the mini humbuckers more than I do the humbuckers, because they you get a lot more presence out of them, and so they sound a bit more snappy, a bit more sort of Strat and Telecaster-like as opposed to a Gibson-like, which is not a bad thing for a lot of people. So it's quite thin, or should we say not muddy rather than thin. Got a nice bit of sustain. So it's a nice sound, I think. What I tend to do, also on a lot of these guitars, is roll the bridge tone down to about 6 or 7, which makes it slightly less toppy, obviously. And this is one of the few Gibson Les Paul type guitars I have that I haven't rewired. So this is basically exactly like a normal, wired like a normal Les Paul. In other words, that it's got its own master volume for the front pickup and a master volume for the back pickup. Sorry, that should be a volume for the front pickup and a volume for the back pickup and a tone for the front pickup and a tone for the back pickup. Hello, Mum. Actually, I should say hello to some other people if they need. Oh, hello, Edwin. Hello, Simon. Who else we got? I can't see from this. Doesn't let you see all the comments because I'm using my phone. I can't see everybody who's watching. So if I can't say hello, it's because I can't see. But hello, everybody. else we got? Let's do a song. Right, here's one. I've just recorded this one to stick it up on YouTube, but I'm going to play this one again for you. I'll be popping it up on YouTube in a bit. This is a Robin Ford instrumental off... God, what album is this off? I can't actually remember. Yeah, I can't remember what it's off, actually. I think there's an album called The Truth, or Truth, or something like that. I forget. But anyway, this is Cannibal Shuffle, which is apparently Robin's tribute to Freddie King. Right, let's find it. Here we go. Right, I might have to muck about with the volume on this one, but this is it, Cannibal Shuffle. I'm going to stop that because I can't hear the guitar. Let's try that again. For some reason my guitar has dropped in volume. What have I hit? Something wrong? Ah, there's why. That's what happens when you try and operate your pedals wearing slippers. Your volume's gone all over the place when you push them down. Let's try again. shuffle. That was from Robin Ford. I feel like a DJ doing all that, although I'm not a DJ. I'm actually playing the songs. So that's what I like about this. It's very nice at playing that sort of vintage Gibson type of stuff. They're not particularly powerful humbuckers. I think they're rating at about 7K, something like that on both of them. So it's good for that sort of thing, but it's definitely not good for the heavier stuff. That's pretty much it. It's fairly standard sort of like vintage Les Paul. I haven't mucked about with it in the slightest. I believe that everything is original. The mini humbuckers certainly are. Switching's all exactly the same as it was. It's not one I use live very much. I think mainly because of the controls. You know, I like to have a master volume, and so if I wanted to use it live, I would have to rewire it so I can actually get it wired up like a Telecaster, which I do like for all of my 4 knob Gibson style things. I always try and get them to be exactly like a Telecaster, where they've got I detach these two things and put a volume there and a tone there, so it's it makes an awful lot more sense to me to do it like that. I think anyway. Let's go for these sounds. I'll give you something slightly less overdriven. So there's our front pickup. Like I say, not really like a Les Paul, a standard Les Paul sound, but more beefy than a Strat, I would say. You can definitely get a bit of top end out of it. Go. That's front pickup, middle pickup. Again, quite a nice, not quite a nice rhythm sound. Thank you, Tim. It is a sweet sound. In particular, this sound. So yeah, for a middle pickup, Les Paul, it's quite funky. And then back pickup, it's a little bit weak. And more twangy than you'd expect. Yeah, so the back pickup is actually quite useful for that nice, gritty sort of old... Could sort of use this for rock and roll. So a nice sound in general. The one more thing I should tell you about the guitar is it's extremely heavy. It's definitely one of the heaviest guitars I own. I actually went to the trouble of weighing it this morning, and it weighs just under 10 pounds. So it's, I would say, pretty damn heavy. The only other guitars I've got are the other Les Paul that I own. The 1971, I think, the one that's the Deluxe that's rooted for humbuckers, weighs about the same as this. And I've got like a couple of 70 Strats, late 70s, 77, 79 that weigh a ton as well. Also, the old Ibanez AR-50 I have from like 79 is about the same weight as this. They're just incredibly heavy. Whether it's just a cost-cutting thing of buying cheap mahogany or ash in the case of the Strats, or it's whether they had just some idea in the 70s that heavy guitars made better sounds, I actually don't know. I think the lighter guitars make for more resonant guitars. Anyway, so going to do one more for you. This is a bit of John Mayall's Blues Breakers. Let's try and get something approximating something a bit more Clapton sounding. Yeah, that's the other thing about Les Pauls. They do go out of tune quite often, and it's always the G. This one keeps going sharp on the G. It tends to be fine for the rest of the strings, but just that G is often a little bit sharp or flat as it's pulled through the nut. Right, here's a bit of stepping out. There you go. So that's just showing off my lovely 69 Gibson Les Paul Deluxe. Beautiful, lovely, lovely, lovely cracking and greening and old. So I will see you again some other time with another one of my collection of 42 nice guitars. Not sure what I'll pick next time. Could be Fender, could be Gibson, could be Ibanez, could be anything. I'll have a check through the loft, see what I've got next for you. Thanks for tuning in, everybody, and I will see you soon. Cheers. Goodbye.